English Leap Podcast.
From Speak English with Class.
Hey English learners, welcome back to the English Leap Podcast, your go-to English podcast for learning English step by step in a fun and simple way. I'm Erin.
And I'm Evan. Erin, how are you today?
I'm doing great, thanks. A little busy, but I'm staying positive. This morning I spilled coffee on my shirt, and instead of crying about it, I thought, well, at least now I have a reason to wear my favorite hoodie.
That's good thinking. For me, it was coffee too. I was so excited to drink it that I forgot to put the mug under the machine. Suddenly, the coffee was everywhere, except in my cup.
Oh no! Did you panic?
For a second, yes. But then I thought, well, at least my kitchen smells like a cafe now.
That's the spirit. See, learners, life gives us little accidents every day. The trick is whether you complain or laugh about it.
But Erin, have you noticed? Our podcast is never complete without coffee in it.
That's true. Somehow coffee always sneaks into our stories. Maybe that's why so many of our listeners grab a cup before tuning in.
Yeah, but you know what, Erin? There's something else that gave me even more energy than coffee this week.
Oh? What's that?
Our last challenge video, it blew up. We got so many comments, so many likes. Learners from all over the world shouting, "Give us more challenges." Honestly, that kind of response gave me such a boost of positive energy.
Yes. You guys were amazing. The energy was unbelievable. People writing, I survived B1. I made it to B2. I pushed through C1. And some brave souls even said, I conquered C2.
So here we are with another one. But listen, we expect the same crazy energy again. Keep commenting, keep liking, and let English learners everywhere know this challenge is waiting for them.
That's right. And don't be shy. If you stopped at B1, write it proudly. If you made it to C2, brag a little. You earned it.
Yes, bragging rights are absolutely allowed. And remember, the comment section is not just for fun. It's your free writing practice. Every time you type your thoughts, you're sharpening your English.
And here's a bonus. Many of you asked for it, so we've uploaded a PDF transcript of this episode. You'll find it in the description. Use it to read along, review vocabulary, and shadow the sentences at your own pace.
That way, you don't just listen. You practice all 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking.
Perfect. So grab your coffee, put your phone on silent, and get ready. Because today's challenge is about something powerful. A mindset that can truly change how you see the world.
The secret power of positive thinking.
Or, in simple words, learning to look on the bright side.
Yeah, seriously, this topic is close to all of us. Positive thinking is not just about smiling and pretending everything is fine. It's about training your mind to focus on solutions instead of problems.
I agree. And that's why we chose it for today's challenge. At first, we'll start simple. B1 English. Then, as the levels rise, B2, C1, C2, the language will get richer, the ideas deeper, and maybe even a little philosophical.
That's right. So, let's begin. Level 1, B1 English.
Okay, learners, let's start simple. Positive thinking means choosing a good thought instead of a bad one. Instead of saying, I can't do this, you say, I'll try, I'll learn, I can do it.
Yes, and notice, the problem doesn't disappear. The exam is still there, the work is still there, but your feeling changes because your thought changes.
That's right. It's like a small switch in your head. One thought makes you feel heavy, another thought makes you feel light.
Like carrying a backpack. If you say, "This is too heavy, I hate it," the bag feels heavier. But if you say, "This is exercise, this is making me strong," the bag feels lighter. Same bag, different feeling.
That's such a good example. Learners, remember this. Positive thinking doesn't mean the problem is gone. It means your mind says, I can handle this.
And you know what? Positive thinking is also about focus. If you always look at the negative side, you miss the small good things around you.
Like when you get one mistake on a test. A negative thinker says, oh no, I'm terrible. A positive thinker says, I got many answers right, and I'll fix the mistake. Same test, but two different feelings.
Yes. That's why people say, your thoughts create your world. If your thoughts are always negative, your world feels dark. If your thoughts are positive, your world feels brighter.
So learners, here's your takeaway. Positive thinking is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about training your brain to look for solutions instead of problems.
Right. And that's level 1. Simple, clear, and powerful. Did you survive? If yes, congratulations.
But don't relax just yet. It's time for level 2. B2 English.
This level will get a little more serious. The sentences will be longer, the vocabulary richer, and the ideas deeper.
That's right. We'll talk about how positive thinking connects to responsibility and daily habits. Are you ready? Let's go into level 2.
So, here's the thing. A lot of people think positive thinking is just sitting back and imagining good things will happen.
But here's the truth. If you don't take action, those positive thoughts can turn into empty promises.
Exactly. Imagine this. You have an exam tomorrow. You sit there repeating, I will pass, I will pass, I will pass. That's nice for motivation. But if your books are still closed and you never studied, well, you'll soon have to face the music.
True. Or think about fitness. You can say, I will be healthy, I will lose weight. But if your idea of exercise is only walking to the fridge, then, let's be real, the result won't change.
Yes. So here's the point. Optimism should always walk hand in hand with action. Positive thinking gives you energy, but action turns that energy into results.
And how do we make sure this optimism stays alive? By practicing it every day. Optimism isn't a one-time thing. It's like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets.
Right. Small habits are the secret. For example, many successful people write down 3 good things that happened every evening. That's gratitude. Others start their morning by repeating a positive phrase like, I can handle whatever comes my way today.
And those small practices change your brain. You begin to see problems differently. You miss a bus? Instead of panicking, you might say, okay, at least I have 10 minutes to breathe, or maybe listen to my favorite English podcast.
Which, of course, is us. Always look on the bright side, right?
Right. It's like they say, every cloud has a silver lining. Even in a tough situation, you can find a small benefit, if you choose to see it.
That's such an important shift. And learners, remember this. Optimism is not a gift that some people have and others don't. It's a skill. It's a choice. And with practice, it becomes a habit.
So the secret of level 2 is this. Don't just think positive. Live positive. Build habits. Train your brain. Combine optimism with action, and you'll see real change in your life.
Nicely said, Erin. Because if you only dream but never act, then optimism is just fantasy. But when you take responsibility and create daily habits, optimism becomes a powerful tool.
So that's level 2. More detail, more depth, and more idioms. Did you survive? If yes, well done.
But now, buckle up. We're moving to level 3, C1 English. This is where the sentences get longer, The vocabulary gets richer, and the ideas get a little heavier.
Exactly. From here, it's not just about daily habits anymore. At level 3, we'll talk about setbacks, failures, and how positive thinking helps us rise again when life knocks us down.
So, listeners, if you're ready, let's step into level 3, C1 English.
At this level, we're leaving behind surface-level positivity. Now, it's about resilience, the ability to rise from setbacks, not with a smile painted on your face, but with strength carved into your character.
That's so true. Life has a way of throwing curveballs. You study for months and still fail the exam. You pour your heart into a project, and it collapses overnight. You trust someone deeply, and they disappoint you. In those moments, negativity whispers, "Why bother? You're not good enough."
But positive thinking rewrites the narrative. Failure is no longer final. It becomes formative. A setback is no longer a dead end. It's a detour, even a doorway. It's like the saying, "Fall 7 times, stand up 8. That's not just optimism. That's grit in action.
And this is where perspective matters. An optimist doesn't deny the storm. They acknowledge the thunder, the rain, the darkness. But they also keep their eyes fixed on the horizon, knowing that storms pass. Negative thinking builds walls, but positive thinking builds bridges over the flood.
I once read that resilient people don't just survive hardship. They metabolize it. They digest the pain, extract meaning, and convert it into fuel for growth. That's the kind of positivity that transforms tragedy into triumph.
And psychology backs this up. Studies show that optimistic individuals don't avoid pain. They confront it, but they frame it differently. Where one person says, "This is punishment," another says, "This is preparation." That single shift in interpretation changes the entire trajectory of their life.
Think about it. 2 people face the same crisis, yet one sinks and the other soars. The difference isn't luck, it's mindset. And mindset, listeners, is something you can train.
So here's the challenge for you at level 3. Reflect on a setback in your life. How did you describe it at the time? Was it the end of the road? Or could it have been the start of something new?
That's the power of positive thinking at this level. Not shallow cheerfulness, but profound resilience.
If you've survived level 3, congratulations. You've navigated heavier vocabulary, layered idioms, and more complex ideas. But don't get too comfortable.
Because level 4, C2 English, is next. And there, we go beyond resilience into philosophy itself.
At this level, we're not just practicing English. We're exploring how positive thinking shapes our identity, our meaning, and even the way we define a life well lived.
That's right. This is the final boss level of the challenge. Sentences will flow faster, the ideas will feel deeper, and the language will mirror the way native speakers think and reflect in real conversations.
So, learners, if you've made it this far, take a moment to be proud. Very few survive all the way to level 4. Are you ready for the ultimate test?
Then let's begin. Level 4, C2 English.
At this stage, we must confront a paradox. Positive thinking, if reduced to mere cheerfulness, becomes superficial, a veneer of optimism that crumbles at the first sign of hardship. True positivity is not blind denial of pain. It is the art of transmuting adversity into meaning.
Precisely. It's tempting to treat positivity as a decorative mask, but genuine optimism is closer to an inner discipline, a deliberate act of reframing. It asks, what significance can I assign to this difficulty? How might this struggle shape me into someone wiser, steadier, more resilient?
There's a powerful idiom. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. The metaphor runs deeper than it seems. Life's turbulence is inevitable. Storms are non-negotiable. But the choice lies in whether we thrash helplessly or discover balance within the chaos.
And here is where philosophy intertwines with psychology. Viktor Frankl argued that suffering, stripped of meaning, is unbearable, but suffering with a Y becomes endurable. In other words, the mind can transform anguish into growth by attaching it to purpose.
Which leads us to a profound truth. Positive thinking is not about predicting perpetual sunshine. It is about cultivating the conviction that even the darkest nights contain constellations. To think positively at the highest level is to recognize that despair and hope are not opposites, but partners in shaping depth of character.
That's beautifully said. I often think of life as a tapestry: joy, sorrow, failure, and triumph. Each is a thread. Isolated, the darker strands may seem ugly, but woven together with intention, they create a pattern far richer than perfection alone could offer.
That's the point. And here lies the challenge for our listeners. Are you content with glittering illusions, applause, possessions, fleeting comfort? Or are you weaving something enduring, a legacy, a narrative of resilience, a life defined by purpose rather than circumstance?
That is the essence of C2 English: nuanced arguments, abstract metaphors, complex structures. If you've made it this far, you've not only stretched your language, you've stretched your thinking.
Congratulations, learners. You've survived the final boss, and perhaps, like us, you've realized that the ultimate secret of positive thinking is not simply to believe in better days, but to build them, thread by thread, thought by thought.
And if along the way you found some of the vocabulary difficult, don't worry. We've got you covered.
Yes, we've prepared a complete PDF guide with all the key vocabulary, examples, and even practice questions.
You'll find it in the description below. Grab it, read along, and use it to shadow the sentences at your own pace.
That way, you're not just listening, you're actively learning.
And don't forget to leave us a comment. Tell us which level you survived: B1, B2, C1, or even C2.
Your comment isn't just feedback. It's your writing practice. Every time you share your thoughts, you're improving.
So keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep building that positive mindset.
See you in the next episode of the English Leap podcast.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.